Hi, my name is Blair, and welcome back to my channel, Bright as Blaze. Here you can find and enjoy mostly plant-based recipes that focus on high fiber and protein while being balanced and flavorful. Check out my blog for more details and let me know if there's any recipes you would like me to try or vegetables you haven't been able to quite like that you would like a recipe for. Let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe for more. I start out with one of my favorite snacks or breakfast items, which is basically tomato toast. I'm kind of obsessed with tomatoes, especially when they're in season, and they're in season now. So you'll see I normally have tomatoes with olive oil or avocado on my homemade sourdough toast, and I pair it with a protein. Sometimes it's eggs, sometimes it's a tofu scramble, whatever works. And you may notice I don't really have any snacks in this video. That's because I rarely snack. I eat really balanced, wholesome, filling meals, and I don't really snack throughout the day. So here you see me making a veggie pizza. I have multiple different crust recipes and veggie toppings that I use. So this is just one variation, and it's made for a serving of two people, So here you see me using all-purpose flour. This one is leavened, so I do use yeast and do let it rest for 90 minutes to let it rise. Okay, for this pizza, I wanted to do a vegan cheese flavor, so I did my favorite cheese substitute, which is a blended tofu. This time I really just mashed it with a fork, but I would advise that you blend it for smoothness. And I normally season my cheesy tofu with a lot of nutritional yeast, plenty of salt, and black pepper, and lemon juice. You have to have the lemon juice. Here you also see me adding rosemary for an added complexity in my pizza flavor. So that's the tofu cheese. And then finally, I topped my pizza with lots of summer veggies. So, heirloom tomatoes, zucchini, red onion, and I really enjoy doing this and adding a dollop of a seasoned flavor packed sauce. So, in this case, I did a sun-dried tomato bruschetta that I got from Whole Foods. It's delicious. You should give it a try. It was perfect on top of this pizza. as a rule of thumb, you want to pair higher carb meals with higher fiber. So that's why you'll always see me add extra vegetables on the side. In this case, I wanted to do a quick little salad, so I used this broccoli slaw and seasoned it with all my favorite seasonings. And then I added an acid. I always add an acid when I season my salads. This is white wine vinegar. And then olive oil, and I mix it up, and it was actually perfect to pair with the salad, not too rich, and it was very refreshing. So I highly suggest you give it a try. Really making salad dressings on top of your salad on the spot, it's really easy to do, and you can make sure all your vegetables taste amazing. So okay, so this is the next morning. When I have a little more time, I like to make a quick breakfast burrito. This is for when I'm really craving takeout, but I don't want to spend money on takeout and eat something that may not be the best for me. So I make my tortilla at home from scratch, especially because I don't often buy tortillas at the store, so I never have them on hand for something like this. I make the dough first, and the recipe for this is on my blog, and then I let that sit and work on the filling. And this is not meant to be a super challenging burrito, so you'll see it's literally just a bowl where I mix all the things for the tortilla, and then all in one pot I cook the filling. Okay, so I use whatever I have in my fridge normally to stuff my burrito. So in this case, I'm using spinach. I have some frozen spinach, so I'm using that, and crumbled tofu. You can literally add whatever you want. You can saute your onions first. You can do anything with this kind of burrito. So I suggest that you experiment with some of your favorite veggies and flavors. I just add in some olive oil, saute the spinach and tofu together, deglaze the pot with some balsamic vinegar, and season with whatever seasonings I like to use. I love nutritional yeast. I love a little paprika. And then when it's done, I just add it to the burrito and wrap. struggle with my at-home tortillas is flexibility once it's cooked. When I'm trying to wrap a burrito, it has to be hot right out of the pan or it might break. So what I do to counteract that this morning is rolling out my tortilla, adding the filling, and then pan grilling to cook. So in order for this method to work, you have to cover and steam your breakfast burrito and let it get like crunchy on one side and then flip it and do it to the other side. It's important that you keep your heat on medium, because if it's too hot, it will burn before it cooks all the way, and then you'll have something nasty. So don't do that. You see me, I'm rolling out my tortilla here, and I'm just gonna fill it with the filling, wrap, which is so much easier when the tortilla is flexible, and then put it seal side down on a hot pan. Last but not least, dinner this day was a pasta. I love having pasta on Thursdays, so I think this was a Thursday. I like to salt my water. In this case, I was having some asparagus. So I blanched the asparagus in the pasta water really quickly before adding the pasta. I dumped these into a cold ice bath, but I forgot to record that. And then I'm adding in my extra thick pasta noodles that I forget the name of. And then in another pan, I'm doing an olive oil white wine vinegar sauce with lots of veg. So I use peas, mushrooms, and whatever else I think I have on hand. That I think would be good in this pasta. And then I add back in the asparagus as well. And I let it simmer and get some color. And then I also add my white wine vinegar later, along with a bunch of seasonings, of course. And that is my easy go-to pasta. Don't forget to save a couple of tablespoons of the pasta water before you drain it. That's great to add to this pan here that helps really bring the sauce together. I also like sometimes to put the pasta in the pan and shake it all together to really get the sauce to coat every noodle. But I didn't do that today. I just tossed the veggies and the sauce onto the pasta in the bowl, and that works too. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.